So, like, as business owners, what do you guys kind of see yourselves doing this down the road? I mean, is this long term? Obviously, you don't own a business just to shut her down in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Right.
So, long term game. What are we talking here? I know that's a tough question,
That,
but that's what I'm here for.
I mean,
to ask
well,
you the tough
yeah,
question.
right. Personally, I can answer this one a little first myself and I mean this no disrespect to any other agency out there, but I want to be the reason every other agency changes the way they do things. I want their curriculum to be modeled after Friends for Life. I want when they go to the county is pulling out books and say, hey, this is how Friends for Life does it. This is how it should be done. That's the number one thought, because I just know that I have a personal feeling about the individuals we serve that is much different from everyone else. The second part of that is I want to be able to teach people to do better.
Awesome.
And because I really feel, and you and I have discussed this a lot, but I really feel like too many people are blinded by day-to-day life and they're on autopilot. And not even a good autopilot. Like, it's okay to be in some kind of good autopilot.
Not like the safe airplane autopilot, but like
I mean, it's more like, I'm going to wake up, go to something that I hate and just sit there and try to do as much least as possible and get as much as possible. And after I work there for 6 months to a year, I'm going to say I want a raise because I've done what I was supposed to do. And that's not how I believe it should go. I try to tell everybody who comes in when I sit with them at some point that I do not reward with merit raises per se or like loyalty raises. I need to see you go above and beyond. And this is honestly a good feeling that I had. I had sat down with one of my staff the other day. They brought in an envelope that had all the new things that they learned and that they did, and politely asked, could they get a raise? And I was clapping up like, you're learning, you're learning. Because, I mean, there's people who've been in the field for over 10, 15 years, and you ask them, what does HPC stand for? They couldn't tell you. Ask, what is a SAS? Oh, that's that person that comes in. Okay, what does it stand for? And it's like they don't know. So we have little cheat sheets that we hand out whenever somebody comes in. We give them homework because I'm not going to tell them all of the answers. I'm like, let me see you go find it. And some people would just go out and Google it. Like, it'll be so wrong. They'll come back. Yeah, SAS stands for super ass something something. Yep, SASS.
That's what I thought it stood for.
But, if I can do those two things, give everybody the playbook on how I made it through this field without it being work, because it never felt like work to me. I mean, Paul's probably tired of hearing me say that, but it never felt like work. It never feels like work. Like, it is so awesome.
I think that's what they call a passion. If I believe I'm not mistaken.
Just a lot of it. And, getting others to do better and find their passion per se, so they can do better.
Awesome.
But other than that, I don't necessarily know if billionaire is the word. I mean, I think trillionaire is better. Like,
why have a billion when you have a trillion?
Right.
Why not?
But what about you, John?
Well, groundbreaking news. I'm actually retiring and stepping down from my status as CEO of the company in March of this upcoming year.
March of 2020.
Yeah. So
everyone, you heard it here first.
Yeah, you've heard it first. I've leaked that out to a few people at the county, and my staff have known for a year. It has been like, my philosophy is, when you reach a point where you know that you feel as if like you're starting to, like, I've peaked, and am I bringing anything fresh, or am I holding back the talented people I have behind me that have ideas that, because I'm so used to being on top and I got to make the final say. About a year and a half ago, I kind of got to the point where I realized what I love most about this field is just, it's been in me my whole life. My dad was always on the county board. I've got autism runs in my family. I've got a couple of nephews that, I love to death, and I love spending time with them. So, I love the field because I love being around the people. Anybody from the county or anybody from Sunshine knows I hate sitting in meetings. I hate being around tables with people talking about people with disabilities. I like being with people with disabilities. So I'm actually going to retire, and hopefully you first will hire me to be a DSP.
Nice.
And I'm going to continue to work for the company. Of course, I'll still own the company,
Yeah.
which is a nice little perk. But I've been grooming my successor. You probably know Kelly, who's worked for me for about 6.5 years. So
yes.
she'll be taking over as CEO. And
Kelly's great, everybody.
Yeah,
We'll have to get her in here.
Yeah, definitely.
But other than that, I'm pretty much relying on the 8 staff I've had that have been with me for like the last 6 years to basically, hey, step up. It's time for you to take your management role seriously because I'm going to be looking at you saying, what am I doing today?
Yeah.
Who do you need me to work with? So I'm excited about it. I obviously there'll be, as owning the company, there's going to be certain things I can't get away from. Like, dang it, I still got to do taxes.
And all that.
But I'm looking forward to just honestly showing up to work, hanging out with people, hopefully making their day better. One thing that I always tell, how you know if you're a good staff or not is, are the individuals you work with happy when you come or happy when you leave? So
I like that.
I'm hoping I can just do what I feel like is just something that God blessed me with, which I can't. It's just my personality just seems to be that I'm meant to hang out in this field and be more of a friend than So that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm looking forward to. And of course, focusing on my record store. Which,
there you go.
That sounds like a good retirement.
More of a
plan.
hobby than more than a hobby than a business at
All
this
those
point.
Johnny Cash records ain't gonna play themselves out there.
They're not. So.
I always wanted to scratch.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
somebody.
Hey, this is Tony. This is Paul coming at you from the Friends for Life podcast.
And we're go.